What's going on, everybody? C4 here today, bringing you the newest episode of Super Bowl or Bust, and this has been a theme I've been wanting to do for quite some time, and I'm glad to be able to do it. Had to do some modifications, but as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, this is College Teammates Connected Franchise Mode. Some juicing, some nerfing, just so that the college teammates, for some part, will be playing, and there, of course, it's all based around the quarterback. So you'll see a little bit more as we go through each individual team. Not every team had, a college teammate to pair up with them. We'll start here with the Bears. So these rosters, obviously, we're just going to be using the base Madden roster. So like I said, Alshon Jeffrey's still on the Bears, not on the Eagles, etc., etc. But the quarterback for the Bears is going to be Mike Glennon, who we gave a nice little bump up here to an 84 overall. And his college teammate is the wide receiver from NC State as well, TJ Graham, who will be occupying that third wide receiver spot, who we know in the sim gets, for some reason, more targets, better stats than most of the wide receiver ones. So TJ Graham, Mike Glennon reunited once again. Looking at the Cincinnati Bengals, we have Andy Dalton from TCU pairing up once again with Jeremy Curley. Long time in the making. Curley's been doing his thing on the Jets, now at the 49ers. So he's been fairly solid. See what they can do. Look at the Buffalo Bills. We have Tyrod Taylor of Virginia Tech. His backup has now moved to the tight end spot, so we juiced him a little bit to the gills here in Logan Thomas, who is an athletic monster at Virginia Tech. This guy here looked every bit the part of like the next Cam Newton. Didn't quite pan out. Made the transition here to the tight end, and we'll see what him and Tyrod can do. Looking at the Denver Broncos, we have Trevor Siemian. Give a slight little bump here from Northwestern. His teammate, the superback Danny Vitale, or Vitale. Vital. We'll go with Vital. That's what it looks like. Yeah, he was pretty much did everything. Been running back, fullback, tight end here at Northwestern. So they have reunited. Looking at the Cleveland Browns, we have Cody Kessler from USC. Gave him an 80 overall. He's reuniting with Buck Allen, Javorius Allen here, 81 overall. Can we actually edit him? We're gonna give Buck Allen here a 1 point just so that he beats the starter. I'm sick and tired every time I try to do a damn series like this. The goddamn AI. Where's this? Let's give his awareness just like a. The AI always wants to change around the depth chart, and it pisses me off. So Buck Allen is here at the wide receiver spot. They have Nelson Aguilar, aka Nelly Drops Galore, as the wide receiver 2 behind Terrell Pryor. Looking at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they got Jameis Winston, famous genius, crab legs himself, 82. We got Devontae Freeman, his running back, and at the wide receiver spot, along with Mike Evans, we have Kelvin Benjamin and Rashad Green Sr. And at the tight end spot, we got Nick O'Leary here doing his damn thing. Of course, they would fuck with his overall once again. We're just going to be doing this live, man. We got to go through these. You're going to see my frustrations. I already went, I spent the last, awareness, pretty much. Awareness just is like an overall buffer, let's be honest here. And of course, this fucking pedophile-looking bitch, Cameron Brate, with his weird pedo goatee. God, I'm triggered today. It's a small cliff that we're on here today, people. Spent probably almost an hour making it so these guys will be starting as soon as we pop in. They're going to fuck around with the overalls. So there we go. We got the Florida State here at Tampa Bay. Look at the Cardinals. Carson Palmer. He's been around for so long. There's no one left. Looking at the Chargers. Phillip Rivers. I thought there would be no one left at all. Oddly enough, we found this. Jericho Cotchery still doing his thing. Another guy very similar to Jeremy Curley. Did his thing most notably with the Jets. He was on the Steelers. I think he's a free agent right now. So Jericho Cotchery and Phillip Rivers reuniting once again. Kansas City Chiefs, no one for the Alex Smith era here. The Colts, Andrew Luck is looking decent. So we got the 87 overall Andrew Luck. At the running back spot, we have Heisman Trophy winning Toby Gerhart. And at the wide receiver spot, Doug Baldwin and Ty Montgomery. At the tight end, there's a couple to go from. We gave him Zach Ertz from the Philadelphia Eagles. So I think the Colts, obviously we all know the Colts are absolutely cursed. And even with the, the stack players, they probably won't do a whole lot. Dallas Cowboys, we have Dak Prescott, and his only college team I can find is Josh Robinson, the running back from Mississippi State. Obviously, we had to butcher Ezekiel Elliott, so Josh Robinson would start. But still, any running back behind that offensive line should succeed. Am I right? Miami Dolphins, we have Ryan Tannehill, and his partner in crime is Christine Michael. Both those guys spent their time at Texas A&M. Philadelphia Eagles don't have anyone because Carson Wentz is so goddamn unique. Atlanta Falcons, Matt Ryan here, pairs up once again with the freak eye Fanny Moma from Boston College, who's juiced to the gills. Philadelphia Eagle preseason training camp star, has bounced around for a couple of different teams. I'm pretty sure he started as a wide receiver for us, and obviously he's bulked up over time. to play the tight end spot. That's going to be interesting to see because, you know, we probably made him a little too overpowered. 49ers, we have Brian Hoyer, who's the starter now. And he is pairing up with Kellen Davis. Again, we're getting up there in age. I'm still surprised some of these old tandems are still in the league. We have Kellen Davis, who I think spent time with the Jets and Bears. So we'll see what they can do, and it's probably going to be a terrible season for the 49ers. Looking at the Giants, no one was left for Eli Manning. At the Jacksonville Jaguars, we have Blake Bortles, and we're pairing him with Latavius Murray from the Raiders, now on the Vikings. At the wide receiver spot, we got Brashad Perriman, Mr. I ran a hand time like 4.18 or something crazy like that. He'll be acting as the wide receiver 2 there. Going to the Jets, we have Christian Hackenberg, who's set to be the assumed starter. I don't know. There's kind of a lot of cloudiness and murkiness over the Jets starting QB. So we're just going to go with Hackenberg as the starter for now, as the other 2 guys aren't even on the team anymore. And for his teammates, we gave him Allen Robinson, AR-15, who we've seen countless times on this channel. He's a freak. And at the tight end spot, we have Jesse James coming from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Both those guys were there in Hackenberg's time at Penn State. Going to the Detroit Lions, we have Matthew Stafford, and the only wide receiver we could find, or the only offensive weapon we could find, and that's A.J. Green. That's going to be pretty damn terrifying. Very interested to see how the Detroit Lions do. We have here on the Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers, and I don't think it's little known, but it's very surprising. Like, when you say it, you're like, that was actually a thing. And his college teammate, beast mode himself, Marshawn Lynch. Thank you, Drake Bell, for being the picture base once again. Again, another very interesting scenario I want to see work out. The NFC North looking kind of crazy. Carolina Panthers, we have Cam Newton. So during his time at Auburn, we have Michael Dyer, 75 overall. I mean, he's a free agent. He's pretty shit overall. So even juicing him up, and we had to downgrade Jonathan Stewart so he'd be the starter. Michael Dyer, yeah. But then while he was at Florida, we also included Percy Harvin here, who will be the wide receiver 3 in this offense. So probably will have a pretty goddamn decent stat line when all is said and done. I was very surprised. Could not find Jordan Reed. I thought Jordan Reed would have been at Florida when Cam Newton was there, but we got Percy Harvin. We'll rock and roll with that. On the New England Patriots, obviously Tom Brady's been around forever, so there's no one there. Looking at the Oakland Raiders, we have Derek Carr. We paired him once again with college teammate Devontae Adams, making quite the threesome here. The wide receiver spot in terms of offensive weapons for Derek Carr with Devontae Adams, Amari Cooper, and Michael Crabtree. Moving on to the Rams, who we're going to make Jared Goff. For fuck's sakes. Okay, we're not giving him a 74. We made him. Chase Keenum was like a 72 in the offline file. We have Jared Goff here, who is obviously from Cal. We're going to nuke Case Keenum's awareness because he sucks. So the Cal product is now paired up with Daniel. Fuck's sakes! This is pissing me off. Daniel Lasco is going to be the starter, who actually ran a fairly impressive 40 time at the Combine while he was there. And then at the wide receiver spot, we have another kind of underrated guy here, and Kenny Lawler, who will be acting as the wide receiver 3. Pretty decent. Another guy that tested fairly well at the Combine. Tight end spot, very surprised to see Richard Rodgers. Richard Rodgers does seem a lot older to me, at least. He seems like he's been a lot in the league, a lot longer than he has been. But we have Richard Rodgers here, who also spent some time with Jared Goff at Cal. Looking at the Baltimore Ravens, no one with Flacco, no one from Delaware. Washington Redskins, though, this is pretty OP, but we had to nerf the wide receivers. But we have Kirk Cousins from Michigan State, and while Kirk Cousins was there, they got Le'Veon Bell as the running back, which is pretty damn terrifying. But the wide receivers had to get a downgrade. Garcon got one. We didn't give one to Deshaun, but it's pretty much Garcon and Crowder because Keith Mumphrey and Benny Fowler need to get that playing time, get that work. Also at the tight end spot, they had Garrett Selleck. So RIP. Jordan Reed got cut because we melted him down to like I think it was a 68. But Garrett Selleck here, the brother of legendary Philadelphia Eagle Brent Selleck. Plenty of weapons here for Kirk Cousins. Look at the Saints. Obviously, no one's there from Purdue. Seahawks, Russell Wilson at Wisconsin. So we have him. And at the running back spot, we got Melvin Gordon for while he was at Wisconsin. We have James White while he was there at Wisconsin. At the wide receiver spot, we have Jared Abbrederis. And we have Nick Toon. Couldn't really find anyone from NC State while he was there. So pretty much it's Wisconsin alumni here for Russell Wilson in Seattle. Go to the Pittsburgh Steelers, no one from the University of Miami, or Miami University, for Ben Roethlisberger. The Houston Texans, we're going with Tom Savage as the starter. So he spent time at Pitt and Rutgers. But for Pitt, is the only one we could find. We have Tyler Boyd from Pitt, repping Pitt. Let's go. We got Devin Street. I don't know why. Fucking God, this pissed me off. I made all these guys lower. Devin Street and Tyler Boyd are the people who are following Tom Savage. Look at his awareness. We're making it so low. For God's sakes, get him out here. They're probably still going to mess up the goddamn team sheet thing. All right, we'll nuke Will Fuller here, and then we'll talk about while Tom Savage was at another university. University that, for some reason, I think I saw on a Reddit, people were talking about it as, you know, why aren't they doing good? They have lots of talent comes out. It's Rutgers. So we have Mohamed Sanu from Rutgers while Tom Savage was there. So Sanu, Boyd, and Street should be decent enough. Looking at the Titans who were controlling, it's pretty much the Oregon Ducks. So we have Marcus Mariota as the quarterback, Kenyon Barner as the running back, and at wide receiver we have Josh Huff and Demarius Thomas. Plenty of speed kills here. Chip Kelly, let's go. And for the Minnesota Vikings now with new quarterback Sam Bradford. Well, not new. We're talking about it like it's the beginning of last year. But the newer quarterback in the locker room, Sam Bradford here from Oklahoma. We paired him up with college teammate DeMarco Murray. I always thought, for some reason, I don't know why, that Adrian Peterson was a teammate. I don't know why I thought that. But you have DeMarco Murray. And we're going to be pairing with Jermaine Gresham, the tight end, to reunite everyone there from Oklahoma. So what we're going to do here, guys, just because it is a, you know, we're just trying to see which one of these combinations works out the best. We're just controlling the Titans, but we're going to sim all the way to the Super Bowl, see who's in the Super Bowl, and then we'll play it. We'll pick a team from the Super Bowl and see what happens there. But more so, I just want to see how the stats do for all the teammates. So when we get back, we will be at the Super Bowl, and we'll be seeing who did good and who sucked dick. All right, here we are at the Super Bowl. Looking like the Jags, Jesus Christ, went off. Okay, we're just gonna, all this is new to me. I haven't really checked ahead. So the Falcons, Patriots, Redskins, yeah. Basically, the teams had a bunch of players. Let's see where the Colts. The Colts had a bunch of guys. Man, where the fuck the Colts finish? 8-8. All right, whatever. I was like, just very surprised that the Colts had a bunch of people and they still sucked. Let's take a look here at the final stats, and then we'll pick up for the Super Bowl. I assume it's the Falcons and Patriots from what I can see. So looking at the stats here, Mariota, 37, 22, and 14. Running the ball, Kenyon Barner, not too bad. 1,400 yards, 13 touchdowns. And receiving, we got Josh Huff, 68 catches, 874 yards, 5 touchdowns. Anthony Thomas, 68 touches for 583 yards and 2 touchdowns. Looking at the Vikings, what do we have here for Jermaine Gresham? 53 catches, 499 and 3. Running the ball, DeMarco Murray, 1,300 yards and 8 touchdowns. And passing, Sam Bradford, 3,300 passing yards, 21 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions. I guess it's probably easier just to, maybe you could take a broader stroke and just go by division here. So in the North, we have, obviously, Ben Roethlisberger and Joe Flacco both didn't have to worry about their teammates. Andy Dalton, 3,900 passing yards, 29 touchdowns, 14 picks. Kessler, 3,800 yards, 23 touchdowns, 14 picks. In terms of running the ball, we had the reunited Buck Allen with Cody Kessler there in Cleveland at 1,000 yards and 4. I don't know, this is fucking confusing. Let's just go team by team. All right, so the Browns. Or not the Browns. Wow, gee, am I fucking high here, C4? The Bears, 3,800 yards. 30 touchdowns and 9 picks for Mike Glennon. I believe in Mike Glennon. Let's see if the Bears do in real life. His teammate, TJ Graham, led the, obviously, because he was that third wide receiver. 83 catches, 1,100 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Moving on to the Cincinnati Bengals. As we saw, Andy Dalton just a second ago. 3,900 passing yards, 29 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions. And we had Jeremy Curley, his college teammate, 75 catches, 959 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Moving on to the Buffalo Bills, Tyrod Taylor, 3,500 passing yards, 21 touchdowns, and 15 picks to go along with 230 rushing yards. And his teammate Logan Thomas, 57 catches, 638 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Moving on to Denver Broncos, Trevor Siemian had 4,000 passing yards, 28 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Danny Vitale, the superback, almost 1,100 yards and 10 touchdowns, so not terrible whatsoever. Looking at the Cleveland Browns, as we just saw, 3,800 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 14 picks for Cody Kessler. Buck Allen got 1,000 yards and 4 touchdowns. And for receiving, Nelson Aguilar probably had, how many, does it show drops? Doesn't even show drops. 68 catches, 700 yards, and 2 touchdowns. David Bucks, Jameis Winston, a team I thought for sure might go to the Super Bowl, but I guess not. 3,500 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, and 15 picks. Devontae Freeman had 1,300 yards and 11 rushing touchdowns. He was receiving 88 catches, 950 yards, and 6 touchdowns for Kelvin Benjamin, 734 and 5 from Rashad Green, 383 and 4 from Nick O'Leary. So the Florida State tandems trio, how many people that is, didn't do that hot. Cardinals, obviously Carson Palmer didn't have anyone. Chargers, Phillip Rivers, 46, almost 4,700 passing yards, 36 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. And his college teammate, Jericho Cotchery, 87 catches, 800 yards, and 7 touchdowns. The vets, pretty lethal combination. Alex Smith didn't have anybody. He was all by himself. Andrew Luck, 4,100 passing yards, 33 touchdowns, and 11 picks. So not a terrible stat line. Running the ball, Toby Garrett, 1,500 yards, and 16 touchdowns. And there's a receiving. Doug Baldwin, 66 catches, 900 yards, 12 touchdowns. Zach Ertz, 657 and 6. And Ty Montgomery, 900 yards and 6 touchdowns to his name. But I guess, you know, the cursed Andrew Luck couldn't get it done. Look at the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, 4,300 passing yards, 39 touchdowns, 9 picks, which is fucking ridiculous. Without the offensive line, though, or without Zeke Elliott still behind that offensive line, Josh Robertson, almost 1,300 yards and 12 touchdowns. Jesus Christ. Dolphins, Ryan Tannehill, 3,600 yards, 24 touchdowns, 11 picks, and his partner, Christine Michael, got 1,000 yards and 6 rushing touchdowns as well. Philadelphia Eagles, Carson Wentz didn't have anybody. He was all by himself from North Dakota. Atlanta Falcons, Matt Ryan, who I'm pretty sure is going to the Super Bowl, 4,600 passing yards, 43 touchdowns, 17 interceptions, and his teammate, Ifeanyi Moma, 64 catches for almost 600 yards and 7 touchdowns for the lanky bastard. Looking at the 49ers story, I guess Brian Hoyer couldn't hold on to the starting gig, so fuck this series. What about Kellen Davis? Kellen Davis, in a protest, he took a knee when Colin Kaepernick got the starting gig. Still 448 yards and 3 touchdowns. Looking at the Giants, Eli Manning didn't have anyone. Blake Bortles, 4,600 yards, 39 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions. His running back, Latavius Murray, 1,200 yards and 14 touchdowns. And his leading receiver, oh, hey, not a bad year, though. For Brashad Perriman, 75 catches, 972 yards, and 8 touchdowns. UCF looking pretty damn decent there. For the Jets, Christian Hackenberg, 3,600 passing yards, 29 touchdowns to 13 interceptions. And for receiving, we have Allen Robinson, who got 65 catches, 760 yards, 7 touchdowns. And Jesse James, Jesus, got bumped for they signed Luke Wilson or traded for him anyways from the Seattle Seahawks. So Jesse James only had 70 yards and a touchdown because, of course, this simulation would be fucking flawless. Jets. For the Detroit Lions, 4,700 yards, 38 touchdowns, and 15 picks for Matt Stafford. And how did A.J. Green do? Pretty damn good. 78 catches, 1,100 yards, and 13 touchdowns. What would have been a fairly lethal combination. For the Green Bay Packers, 5,100 passing yards, 46 touchdowns, and 15 picks for Aaron Rodgers. And Beast Mode, 1,100 yards, and 15 touchdowns for Marshawn Lynch. That would have been awesome to fucking see. Carolina Panthers, Cam Newton, 3,400 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 12 picks. Ooh, not looking good. Not looking good at all. Michael Dyer finished with 800 yards and 8 touchdowns. And Percy Harvin, 35 catches, 562 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Not so hot for Auburn and Florida here for the Panthers. Look at the Patriots. Tom Brady had nobody. Oakland Raiders, Derek Carr, 3,900 passing yards, 28 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. And his teammate Devontae Adams finished with 67 catches, 878 yards, and 7 touchdowns. I'd say that's a little bit underwhelming there from Derek Carr and the Raiders. Look at the Rams, Jared Goff, 3,000 passing yards, 23 touchdowns to 18 interceptions. Daniel Lasco didn't go, well, I guess he got bumps from the starting gig. Crazy, I'm pretty sure he lives in the woods now, Trey Mason. But Daniel Lasco, 459 yards and 7 touchdowns, not horrendous. And looking at Kenny Lawler here, finished the season with 29 catches for 355 yards. Richard Rodgers, that's a pretty damn good year for a tight end, though. 63 catches, 730 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Moving on next to whoever the hell's after the Rams. The Ravens, Joe Flacco had nobody because Delaware sucks. Washington Redskins, we kind of looked quickly at Kirk Cousins, did we? Anyways, 4,000 yards, 32 touchdowns, 16 picks for Kirk Cousins. Le'Veon Bell, 1,500 yards, 13 touchdowns, looking pretty damn good. We have Benny Fowler, 85 catches, 800 yards, 6 touchdowns. Keith Mumphrey, 71 catches for 1,000 yards and 5 touchdowns. And Garrett Selleck, 61 catches, 620 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Le'Veon Bell just, oh my God, 300 extra yards, 5 more touchdowns. Ooh. Oh, Le'Veon Bell took over. Moving on to the Saints, Drew Brees had nobody. You're never going to have nothing. Seahawks, Russell Wilson had 3,300 passing yards, 26 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. His running back, Melvin Gordon, 1,400 yards and 12 touchdowns. Receiving, we had Jared Aberdarius, 58 catches, 687 and 4, and Nick Toon, 26 catches, 246 yards, and 2 touchdowns, as of course the sim wants to fuck with how I want these teams to look. Looking at the Steelers, Ben Roethlisberger had nobody. Houston, Texas, Tom Savage, 4,200 passing yards, 27 touchdowns, 26 picks. That's the Savage God we know. Just slanging and banging there, throwing touchdowns, throwing picks. Who gives a shit? In terms of receiving, Tyler Boyd, 85 catches, 877 yards, 5 touchdowns. Sanu broke 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns. Devin Street, 61 catches, 887 and 9. So they were just goddamn air raid offense here. Looking at the Titans, how we did. 3,700 passing yards from Marcus Mariota, 22 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Running the ball, Kenyon Barner. Did we already look at this? We already did look at this. So we'll finish up here with the... Did we look at the Vikings either? No, we didn't. So finishing up with the Vikings. Sam Bradford, 3,300 passing yards, 21 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Running the ball to Marco Murray, 1,300 yards and 8 touchdowns. And for receiving, Jermaine Gresham, 53 catches, 500 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So... let's quickly look at the yearly awards. I guess just the MVP went to Aaron Rodgers. No one really got bumped, I would say, from their college teammates being on their team. I would say Dak Prescott's years, probably just because of that. Maybe Matt Stafford. I'd say Blake Bortles is probably the only one, but then again, in the sim, Blake Bortles usually does dominate for some reason. But let's look at the Super Bowl, and let's actually take over the Super Bowl. So who is in the Super Bowl? Who we got to make a coach for? The Patriots and Falcons. And because the Patriots had nobody, and for some reason the Falcons only have a Fanny Moma, we have a goddamn bum as a wide receiver. We're going to make it, we're going to see who wins that game. We're going to see if we can be the Falcons here and throw a bunch of touchdowns. Just only target a Fanny Moma in the spirit of this series. I think that'd be all right to do. So we are in the Super Bowl. 13, 2-1, all because of a Fanny Moma. Trust me, I know this. Maybe we'll run the ball. We'll actually run the ball here. But it's not surprising. It's not surprising because when you look, this is like one of those back-end series where you got to think the premise for college teammates. We could have got more in depth with like the defensive side of thing, offensive line. I just wanted to use skill position players because it was the simplest and made things easy to get your head around. But like basically what team barely was going to go untouched on the defensive side of the ball. So whoever had a good defense, which these two teams definitely already do. You have teams like the Patriots where you don't really have to take anybody because they never had goddamn teammates. And then you look at the teams that lost, you know, guys. And the Atlanta Falcons lost Devontae Freeman, but who steps up? Maybe the best, you know, second string running back in football in Tevin Coleman. So, you know, there's nothing really to worry about there. I think this Atlanta Falcons team, we should be able to do enough. But it's all about how the sim wants to treat us. The sim want to treat us nice. Doesn't want to fuck us, bend us over, take us out to dinner. We're going to have to wait and see. Okay, I thought I said play the moments. That's definitely not a key moment here. Opening kickoff in the Super Bowl. Those happen every year. How's that a key moment? Oh, whoa. All right. Patriots are coming out real hot. We're going to pick up here in the red zone. I really want to say I want to use MoMA as much as possible. So I think, obviously, we pick a play right now. I want to use MoMA as much as possible. So we're going to pick a play that doesn't have the tight end on the field. We throw it here to Julio. I actually don't know the last time I played with the Falcons. Like, I don't think I've used Julio Jones as a wide receiver. And if I have, it's not been a lot. Let's go stick. We'll have MoMA here run a slant across the middle field. Look at that. He's actually going to be a mismatch nightmare. We're only going to MoMA. Fuck you, MoMA, with your low awareness. You had that. Oh, it is going to be tough, though, to throw. Let maybe slot out. Is that the tight end off the edge there? Where's MoMA? What's MoMA doing? Mo money, mo problems, MoMA. Fuck! Well, you know, we're going to live and die by this sword by only targeting the only college teammate here. That they're so bonded by this that they can only throw to each other. All right, we're in the red zone once again. Hope to God they don't cover MoMA, because that's all we're going. But this touchdown here should be able to bring us back into things. There we go, MoMA. Getting up on the one. We're going to go no huddle. We'll run the same damn play, and we'll have him just run a fucking... this route. I don't know if we have enough time. Hey, there we go. MoMA gets the touchdown. College teammates for life. Boston College. Let's go. What are they? The Owls or something? Boston College. That's Temple Owls. I don't have no idea what the Golden Eagles, Golden Hawks. I have no idea what Boston College is called. Boston College, only shitty sports team in Boston. Is that what they're called? God, I'm funny. All right, let's go clear out. There's MoMA. Mr. MoMA. There we go. Running straight to the fucking goalpost. Oh, you fit that in. And you get your bitch ass in there. All right, we're going to go no huddle. We're going to do the exact same thing. We'll call the same play, and we'll have MoMA. See if we can get wide open once again. MoMA! Let's go. Second touchdown of the day. Lord knows what kind of performance he's having right now. Freak, he's getting that Super Bowl MVP if we can win. We're in the red zone here to tie it. Oh, best believe MoMA wants this. We'll go extra. Oh, I think we already called this and he's not on the field. Fuck. All right, we can start the Julio. We can get them in position here for MoMA to cap off this drive. Oh, yeah. 2 yards. We just run a super slant. Go to MoMA and send this shit to overtime. Let's go. Actually, Z-spot. If MoMA can get in the back of the end zone, that'd be even better. We'll get him scrambling here to the right. There we go, MoMA. Get your big ass in there. Third touchdown of the day. Boston College teammates for life. Thunder buddies over here. Okay. Okay, yeah, they want to go for. They want to do this. Let's go 4 verticals. Everyone knows on 4 verticals you want to hit the A route, and that's what we're gonna do. Fenny MoMA, he wants it. He wants his 4th touchdown of the day. Well, fuck me then. Wants to get him. Come on, he's a linebacker. Come on, Jake Matthews. Who the hell's Martin? Oh, it's Doug Martin, probably. Well, you know, they go fan, but they can hold their head high because the Patriots, everyone that's been on the Michigan team that Tom Brady was on is probably dead by now. So at least they have that. For the sake of the theories, they're going like, well, you know what? It was for college teammates, and Tom Brady's your quarterback's so old. How old is he? Your quarterback's so old that all his teammates are retired and probably dead. So I guess we're going to finish this out. Just trying to pad MoMA's stats. Look for the impressive box score is about what we're trying to get here. There we go. Nice couple yards there. Chunk of yards. Level switch. We'll just MoMA run fucking streak here. Boom! Triple coverage! He throws it to MoMA, who's 6'7" goddamn 7. Oh, he's probably gonna be gassed. Let's go no huddle. Oh no, we can't. He's gonna be gassed. We'll just go Hail Mary. I don't think he's definitely not gonna be on the field. Come on, MoMA! Where's the gas tank? We got Jacob Tamme out there. Most hated player in the NFL. Oh, too bad, so sad. I didn't even care. I just want to see what MoMA's stat line was. Okay, so let's do a comparison here, because this is the only real comparison. So Tom Brady threw 0 touchdowns to his college teammate. However, Matt Ryan here, who did throw 360 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 picks, he threw to his teammate Fenny MoMA 12 times for 111 yards and 3 touchdowns, which ultimately solidifies victory for the Atlanta Falcons. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Super Bowl or Bust. As always, if you have suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. If this is your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button. And until next time, C4 saying peace out.